I finished 2 books during my reading sprint. Fuck, I can't help it. I gotta sniff it. Oh God, it smells so good. So if you like sad books, you like that feeling of being absolutely destroyed. So my godfather wanted coloring books. I had to make sure he had coloring books that he's gonna actually enjoy. So we got him some horror coloring books. Oh man, yeah, that's cool. I'm very excited to see what he thinks. Very cool. Here we go. You don't even want to be perceived on camera.
Well, it passes.
Not even like, the shadow.
Sometimes I really look like I'm thinking hard and it's not.
Hey guys, well, no, I'm just kidding. Can you toss me the 4 treasures of this guy? Can you paint with all the colors of the racist Disney song? Okay, what's up y'all? I feel very close to the camera because of the spacing of the hotel, but we're in Michigan. We're in Michigan right now. Me and my homie Caleb. Yesterday I visited Carlos, which was amazing. Not the light.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's fine. It's completely fine. Caleb's in the room with me, but he's hiding.
I'm not hiding. I just don't want to be perceived.
If I saw a ghost do what you did before I turned this camera on. I visited Carlos yesterday. This is our 2nd day here, but now we're going to go to Planet Fitness, get our pump on. We're gonna go to Steak and Shake. Please comment down below with a burger emoji or tell me if you've been to Steak and Shake, because growing up in Michigan, that's like bread and butter here, and they don't have them in Minnesota. Caleb, have you had Steak and Shake?
No.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's gonna be Caleb's first time. It's a smash burger chain. I'm really excited. And then this is the book that I'm gonna be reading in this vlog. Caleb has also started it with me and we've been discussing it. Not a buddy read. This vlog, I'm kind of planning it on being my first ever Migrantathon reading vlog. For those of you who are not familiar with my Migrantathon, it is what I started as my way of virtually protesting ICE atrocities. Basically, we get together every Sunday on my channel and we read a book by an immigrant, first generation immigrant of color, or an indigenous person of color. That's what Migrantathon is. So this book, this author is born in China and then raised in, was it Australia? No, Austin. She's a Chinese American author. She was born in China and raised in Austin. And this is a book about a girl named Dai Yu who is kidnapped and smuggled across the ocean from China to America. And then she has to reimagine a future for herself. And it's about her surviving over the years that follow. Caleb's already farther than me in the book. I am to the point where she meets the man who kidnaps her in the market. And he's like, oh, do you want to go get some, was it candy? That's how he lures her. He lures her with food. And then they're walking by all the food shops. And by the time they get out of the village.
I'm not getting any food. It's so disappointing.
That I'm in food. God damn it. It's some bullshit. No, for real, literally. She loses her parents. Her grandma cuts off all her hair and is like, you will be safer if you go into the village, into the market and pass yourself off as a boy. And then the predator notices, okay, this is like an orphan child. I'm going to traffic her. And the writing, what you notice about the writing right away is it has this mythological quality. But it's not a fantasy book. It's set in the 1920s in China, I believe. I will correct that detail in editing if I'm wrong, but it is historical fiction. However, the way that the author writes, it's as if she's bringing mythology and bringing mythological storytelling to the front through this character. This character feels like she is placed in a grander tapestry. You feel the presence of the people that came before her in this text, which I really appreciate. I'm bringing my laptop to the nursing home and I'm going to watch some horror movies with my godfather. I found out yesterday that my godfather is going to need to have a 3rd amputation because the amputation he had last week is not healing, which means they have to go in and take more. That's what this trip is for. It's me coming to support him and be with him and share space with him. I love him so much. Carlos and my mom used to date back in the day, and he would pick me up every single Saturday and take me to horror movies or to rock concerts. So he's the reason that I've seen every band from Papa Roach to Buckcherry to Seether to Deftones to Breaking Benjamin, the closest thing to a father I've ever had. So I hate to see him going through this. It takes a village to take care of your loved ones. I wanted to make sure I gave y'all an intro. There's something in this hotel room that I'm deeply allergic to. I am snotty Sarah right now. I'm excited for the workout because I think that's gonna help my sinuses a lot. I'll give you a better reading update in a little bit. I hope y'all are safe and well. It's gonna be his first time at Steak and Shake. Who's excited?
This guy,
Yes! So what's your rating for the burger?
it tasted fresh, if that makes sense. There wasn't a wow factor.
We're 25 minutes from Carlos. We've got the supplies that he asked for, as well as fresh food. We're gonna watch a horror movie in his room. I'm gonna decorate his room a little bit. And then we're gonna come back. Caleb and I haven't decided what we're gonna watch yet. What's up, y'all? It is 9 a.m. on Thursday at the end of July. And today we find out how much my godfather will need to have amputated in his third amputation from diabetes. Caleb and I got him supplies yesterday, but he needs some new clothes for his doctor's appointment. So Caleb is grabbing breakfast for us. I am reading for Treasures of the Sky in bed. And then we're gonna go to Sam's Club to buy some clothes for him. So far, this book is amazing. She basically has been locked in her room for the last year after her kidnapping, and she is being taught English because they're selling her to America. And finally, the woman that she's been locked in the room with was like, okay, you're ready. And then she looks at the wall and counts all of her tick marks and finds out she's been held in this room for well over a year. And now she's got to get sent to America from China. So I'm excited for this next part of her journey, but obviously I'm very sad that this is happening to her. Great writing. I'm really enjoying this book. If you haven't heard of it, I think that you should check it out. All right, coffee has been acquired. Homie got strawberry chai. Mine is caramel and hazelnut latte. And then Carlos got a sugar-free vanilla latte. They're down there. We got some pastries for us. All right, so now we are headed to bring Carlos his clothing and his coffee. And we're gonna go to the appointment together. And hopefully we'll have time to watch something good and scary before his appointment. What's up, y'all? I got back 2 days ago. It's good to be home. It feels amazing to be back with Akasha and Anook. My brother and my neighbors took incredible care of them while I was gone. And now it is Sunday. Y'all know every Sunday I do two things. I honor my mother's life, and I also hold reading sprints called Migrantathon, where we read books by immigrants of color and indigenous people of color. Migrantathon sprints are currently underway as we speak. We're on our second sprint of this week's reading sprints, and I read 36 pages of Shards of Silence by Brian Lee Young. This is an author that I read and loved. He wrote Healer of the Water Monster. He is Diné, which is from the Navajo Nation, and I really, really love his writing. In this book, we're following a boy. He's accepted into Sagefield Academy, which used to be a boarding school that his grandmother was held at back in the day. And his grandmother is terrified for him to go to this boarding school. She's absolutely terrified. Up until now, he doesn't really know why, so he's learning more about the history of boarding schools on his own while attending this modern day prep school. I'm annotating this book as well for my Pango. I'm on page 175, and there is about 300 pages. So I'm 2/3 of the way done. For this sprint, I am going to be reading All Things Under the Moon by Anne Y.K. Choi. I started this book for Migrantathon sprint 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I anticipate finishing this book during these sprints. So I don't want to say too much about this because I'm supposed to be reading right now. I only have like 80 pages left, and I think I can finish this book no problem. But basically, we're following a girl who lives in Korea, Japanese occupied Korea in 1922, and you're following her as she comes of age. She gets married off, she flees from the marriage, she goes to the city, she runs away from home before getting married because she doesn't want to get married. Then she's living in the city, and currently she's working at a tea house, which is so cool. And the tea house is a front for some radical shit that's happening. And I'm not going to say anything more about that, but I Love this book. I'm annotating it deeply, and this main character reminds me a lot of myself. I'm going to keep reading this, and then I've got half or maybe even under half of Four Planes of the Sky. I think that's what it's called, the book that I have been reading that I started on this trip. I'm loving that book as well, but I'm gonna give you an update on this before I talk about the other ones. What's up, y'all? I just got done filming my first ever trailer reaction. I watched the trailer to the Children of Blood and Bone film. I've never recorded a live reaction before, so that was a lot of fun. I figured it's time for a vlog update. I'm way behind on this vlog as reintegrating back into life in Minneapolis has just taken me some time balancing work, dogs. I talked about this briefly on my Migrantathon sprints, where I said that I was gonna open a book. I forgot to open the book during the sprints, and I opened it off camera. So this is the book I was referencing if you came to the sprints and was wondering what was in the package. It's a book called Survival Show by Juno Dawson. I have never read this author before, but this is an author that people know and they enjoy. And my understanding of this book is that you have a singing competition, and if you don't sing well, you die. So I figured before I give y'all a reading update on where I am in these books, the books that I'm covering for this vlog, why don't we open some more books? What do you say we see what's in these bags? I opened this package like a psychopath. So this is the cover. All right, it's called Rainbow Boys by Alex Sanchez. It's about these three boys and the connection that they have. Oh, that's really cool. And then look at these pages. I love that the pages are decorated. Fun. Okay, so I have to decide if I'm gonna annotate this for my shop or just, read it and put it up in my shop. Let me know if you're interested in me annotating this book for you potentially. Or if you're like, no, I want that book unannotated. Oh gosh, I can try to read it sooner rather than later if any of you are interested, and put it up on my Pango where I resell my new and my used books. This is Dead Girls by Beck Kubrick. Girls Just Want to Get Even, and it features an illustrated girl standing on a graveyard of teddy bears, teddy corpses. I love that for them. I love this opening page. Okay, that's amazing. The art is cute. The art is cute, and I'm really resisting the urge to sniff this book. So I'm trying really hard to be normal, but I can smell the new gloss. Oh, tender, so cute. Fuck, I can't help it, I gotta sniff it. Oh God, it smells so good. I'm really excited to read this. One more. Oh, they've already sent me 2 copies of this book. And I think I gave one of the copies away to my neighbors because I thought that they would like it. So I'm gonna put this book up on my Pango. I have spoken about it before. So I'm not gonna get into it because I want to be able to give y'all an update on these books. So I am about to continue with Four Treasures of the Sky. This book is incredible, and I just have this really sinking feeling that something terrible is going to happen, but I need to feel that feeling of finishing a book, of completing it. I'm so excited to have that satisfying moment. I actually think in my last update, I did tell y'all where I was at with these books, but basically he is at the boarding school trying to figure out how to ask his grandmother about her history there as a little girl. And then in this one, so good. It's really good. I want to give y'all an update on my godfather, Carlos. So he went to his appointment, his wound care appointment, and they decided that they're going to put him in hyperbaric oxygen therapy, which I can explain in a later clip, but I want to get running. I want to get editing because I want to get content up for y'all. They're going to do that for a while instead of doing another amputation. So that is really fantastic news. I'm very grateful to hear it. I also have a Pango order that came through. Somebody ordered an annotated copy of Ace of Spades. I'm so excited. They ordered a bunch of other books too, but I'm really, really excited to especially annotate that book for them as well. Lots of good things, and I have work at 6 o'clock this evening. I did not get that job. I've been kind of talking about how I was interviewing for this job. They put me on to the 3rd round of interviews, but somebody beat me. They got the position, and I'm very happy for them. This just gives me more time to focus on YouTube and editing and working on my book and working at the bar that I've been working at in the evenings. So I'm gonna see it all as a blessing. That job simply wasn't meant for me, and it's important to be able to let go of what's not meant for you. In my next update, I will have finished a book, I promise. I feel very dusty, very crusty right now, but I finished 2 books during my reading sprints. I love both of these books, 5 out of 5 stars. Easily. But this shit right here. This is the saddest book I've read in a long time. A Little Life has nothing on this book. Nothing. So if you like sad books, you like that feeling of being absolutely destroyed, you should read this. It was so fucking good. This was also so fucking good. They were both so good. While I was doing my reading sprints, I found that the wasp nest that I have been warning my landlord about, their hive is literally splitting the ceiling and weighing down the ceiling. There's a giant crack and it's bulging. He said he's gonna come tomorrow and spray. And I'm like, we're past spraying. We need an exterminator. Current read for Migrantathon is Shards of Silence. It's on my desk right now. But that's the book about the young DNA man who is attending a white prep school that used to be a boarding school for indigenous people back in the day. And I got to the part in the book where he finally asks his grandmother about her time at the boarding school, and she was like, I do not want to talk about that shit. But I know that she does tell him about it because that's the plot of the book. 182 pages in, and we're finally starting that plot point because I've been waiting for it. Like, I'm waiting for the part where the grandmother gets to tell her story. I love this kid. He's a great kid. I think his name is Derek Hosky. Awesome student. I've been enjoying his perspective, but it's time for grandma. So right now I have my Suki Sunday, which is the memorial I do every single Sunday for my mother. We watch 3 episodes of Supernatural, her favorite show, in her honor. And when we finish Supernatural, I will pick another show of hers that she loved, and we will watch. Sundays are for Suki from now until the end of time. We're on season 10 of Supernatural, and it's so good. It's incredible. I think that's gonna be it for this update. I'll see you in a little bit. Let's pack this order together. The annotation process for Ace of Spades went beautifully. I put some stickers that felt relevant to the story on the back. A physics sticker because it's Dark Academia. We have The Shining, and then we've got this grumpy cat is connected to the story. I also am sending a bonus book because this person ordered multiple annotated books and then a couple other books on top of that. I'm giving them an arc of one of my favorite books. They ordered Wonderland by Zoe Stage and also ordered Burn Down, Rise Up by Vincent Tirado. I love this book and this author. It's got Stranger Things vibes. So there's cute little notes on these books for them. Then I made 2 swag bags. This swag bag goes to this book, and this swag bag is for Ace of Spades. Handwritten note. We've got a highlighter, a pen, this absolutely beautiful metallic bookmark. It is a feather, stunning. Cat. Since this is Dark Academia, I wanted to include these cool tabs that is things to remember, more tabs. This is a bookmark that says in my bookish era, we love, and then more tabs. Another person ordered my annotated copy of Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. This was amazing. Incredible space horror, very, very good. Highly recommend it. So it's time to pack these orders. I gotta make a swag bag for this one because I try and do swag for all my annotated books. But this is where I'm gonna end this particular vlog. I had an amazing time and I hope you did too. The link to support Carlos is down below. Since I started this vlog, he had another toe amputated, and this morning more hospital bills came in. So anything that you can do to help him would be greatly appreciated. If you can't donate, share. And if you are a praying person or a spiritual person, if you could light some incense or say something kind to him for the universe, it would be really appreciated. Any way that you can help him, I would be grateful for. If you want more content from me, I do have a Patreon, but all of my links are in the description box below. I'll catch you next time.